waiting in anticipation.
Okay, welcome to Wise Women Wednesday for Brava Women Networking. Today we've got Arika from Antplanner, and we ask ourselves, have you ever reached the end of the week and thought, what the hell did I even do this week? Often this sentence is why many people feel overwhelmed by their weeks and schedules, and this core problem is why Antplanners was created to combat that. Antplanners helps remove that. Brava Women Networking. And Antplanners helps remove that chaos by introducing busy professionals and individuals like a planner that uses a 7-step system to break down your planning and goals into digestible chunks. Arika Bogdanovits is a young entrepreneur dedicated to turning just busy into productive busy by educating individuals and groups on how to plan effectively. In her Brava presentation today, Arika will give insights into how to turn that busy week into productive ones, preparing you to start the new financial year off on the right foot. Over to you, Arika.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me, Dia. I love being here and I'm very excited to share with you guys what I do with Antplanners. So let's get right into it. So why Antplanners? Antplanners was originally created to, as you said, get rid of that, what the hell did I even do this week? And the reason why it's called Antplanners to begin with is because ants are all about getting over issues and overcoming challenges. And there's no such thing as impossible to them. They will always find a way to get over it. And so that's where the name Antplanners came from. And so the next question that what I get very often is, what is the difference between planner and a diary? And oftentimes I hear, Arika, I need one of your diaries. And I say to them, no, I don't do diaries. I do planners. And there's often a very big mix up between them. And there's a use for both. So when we look at diaries, diary is all about recounting everything that happened in your day. And it's the literal definition of it is a record of what you're doing in your day. Whereas a planner is more about a mindset change. It's all about changing from looking at your next appointment to your whole day. So when we look at the difference between them, really, it's all about your mindset. And that's why I say, no, you need a planner usually instead of a diary if you want to keep track of your time. So what do we offer? Antplanners is an amazing productivity tool. It's all about putting down what you want to do in your week, and it makes you think about your week as a whole instead of just your next appointment. And on top of that, because of our goal setting aspect, it's also a great accountability tool because it breaks your goals down from your year to your quarters to monthly to even weekly goals. And because of that, we'll be talking about that a little bit later today. And it's also an even better gift because it's not going to be thrown out. Our business is completely based on the fact that Antplanners is a physical paper planner. We don't have a digital version yet. So when you give an Antplanner, chances are it's not going to be thrown out because nobody likes throwing out paper, let's be honest. And the 4 main types of Antplanners that we have on top of this is the small business planner. This is our classic one. This one is all about your goal setting and what I usually put in front of business professionals. Then we have the Wellness Advocate Planner. This is more of a direct selling planner. And I'm not going to be speaking about this one as much today, followed by the My Life Planner that I usually put in front of mums or mums in business because it has that wellness aspect to it that you have to keep at the forefront of your mind, both for yourself and for your family. And then the Student Planner, which is sort of self-explanatory given its name. It's all about, making sure that you're staying on top of your studies and you are working towards your goals as a student. So some key features that you will see pop up again and again in our planners, and that is we got your legend, vision board, goal setting, and even little bits and pieces to celebrate your achievements. And you'll see that these features that I have put up on the screen actually repeat themselves in the 7 steps to plan your planner, which I will be talking about today. But before I move on, I wanted to show you guys the different looks of the planner. You will notice that it's almost exactly identical, only with a few key differences. So this one is a small business one. It's all about that goal setting, which I'm technically covering. It's behind my head. But it's all about making sure that you are seeing your week as a whole. And then the My Life Planner has a couple of key differences where it's about, making sure you drink your water, you're exercising, you're setting your intentions, and you're writing down what you are grateful for. And the student planner on top of that is very similar, but instead of having a meal planner down the bottom, it's all about your homework and your study. So the 7 steps to plan your planner. I often get people buying my planners and not looking at the first couple of pages in it. And this is literally on page 2. It's essentially an instruction manual on how to plan your week and how to set your goals correctly. And we'll be looking predominantly at the legend today, just to give you a snippet of, what our theory is like. But the main problem that usually comes across is that people jump all the way to step 6 without doing all that background work. So they often come back and say, hey, I don't understand why I'm not achieving what I want to achieve. And I'm like, well, did you actually sit down and look at your vision board on what you want to do in the next year? Did you look at how that's going to look like physically in year? And did you set your goals around it? Because all of that, when you put it together, is what makes up your plan. And I always say to people, a plan isn't a plan without a goal. So the legend, this is one of those things that people sometimes even overlook. I get clients coming back to me every now and again, showing me their planners, and they only use a black pen sometimes to write in what they're doing in a week. And I say, why aren't you using erasable pens and highlighters? Because color is everything. It's been shown in neuroscience that, we can register and coordinate colors with different aspects of our lives. And this one is personally what I use. So excuse the messy handwriting, but it's a little glimpse into my life. So I like to break down my colors into 5 small segments. And the reason why we do this is to create that little bit of organization in your life. Because once you have those little segments, you can actually plan your goals around what you want to achieve in each. So how to do that? Step 1 is to write down all the major areas affected by your life. So, for example, your family, kids, businesses, big projects, and so on. And one mistake a lot of people write is that they break down their colors into individual people. And this is not it. You're meant to give equal ground to yourself, your family. It's all about treating them as equals instead of overloading your planner and yourself with, okay, I might have colors between Anne, James, and Chloe and your dad, but if they're all your family essentially, so why would you give them different colors? And when you do it even more, it's going to get overwhelming to the point where you're not going to use those colors. So if you start grouping them into small categories, you're really only left with 5 to 7. And, that's what you can see with mine, is that my networking is, it shows all my different networking groups instead of just one. I could be putting them individually, but why would I do that when they serve the same purpose? And same with my one-to-ones and my meetings. So for example, my meeting today would be put down as a green. And then I have money making, which really means my business and any other freelancing work I might do. So when you break that down, it can serve a whole different purpose to you. And a quick hot tip, which is not on the screen today, is that if you have an online calendar, for example, Outlook, use the same colors in your physical paper planner. because if you start using different colors in both of them, you're going to get absolutely lost in 2 seconds, guaranteed. And one of the two will drop out in your life. Let that be either your online calendar or your physical paper planner if you have one. And finally, record them in your planner, make those squares, highlight them. And I recommend using erasable highlighters and pens because obviously we're all busy people and our weeks can change like that. And if they do, it's always easier to erase them and redo it. There's absolutely no shame in that, changing your weeks. And finally, this is what your week can look like if you use the coloring the right way, because it's all about breaking it down so you have an idea of what your week can look like. And over time, over a couple of weeks, you'll start seeing patterns, that you'll be doing certain things on a Tuesday, or you might have more meetings on a Thursday, and these kinds of things will repeat itself. So over time, it actually becomes more predictable what's going to happen in your week, essentially removing that crazy, chaotic feeling that you might get on that Sunday night when you think, oh my God, what is there to come next week? And then it will hit you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a meeting with X and X on Tuesday. And so just really quick glimpse into how bespoke our planners can be. We can do our own brand covers, which are some of our staples here. But at the same time, we can also make amazing team examples where we create a branded cover that becomes your marketing tool as well. And same with individuals, it's not just restricted to teams. If you have something you want to put into the front of your planner, let that be your kids, your business, your family, we can do absolutely anything in regards to that. So thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciated you guys listening to me. And I hope you got a little bit of insight into how to plan better.
Thank you very much, Arika. And if you want to find out more and order some planners, it's a perfect time for the end of the financial year, as we've said. And you can do, month to month, or there's a lot of, you can do financial year, you can do calendar year. There's lots of opportunities. So thank you so much. And